To listen to the dual New Year's addresses of Prime Minister Dean Barrow and Leader of the Opposition John Briceño, stop us if you've heard this before, one would feel like we're living in two Belizes. The Prime Minister cited increased exports, a rebounding agriculture industry, a steady inflation rate, and falling unemployment. But the opposition leader asks, has the standard of living really improved?
2017 was certainly an improvement over 2016, not least in the fact that the year just passed saw a return to all-important GDP and economic growth. Exports were up an impressive 13% in the first 9 months, and a historically low year-on-year inflation rate, pegged at just 1.2%, continued. The importance of this in preserving the purchasing power of the Belize dollar, helping to fight poverty and growing the middle class, cannot be overstated. We had a bumper sugar crop, increased our access to export markets in the non-traditional areas of chicken, grains, processed meat, and even ice cream. And tourism continued its magnificent star turn as the highest flyer of all. Indeed, as at the end of November 2017, overnight tourism had increased by 9.5% over the same period for 2016. And cruise calls went up by 3.7%, netting both an overall increase and, for the second year running, topping the 1 million visitor mark.
I think it would be fair to say that 2017 was not a good year for Belize. We saw so much go wrong. Our economy grew by only 0.5%. That means that the better year for our productive sector that we wished for did not happen. Overall, our economy suffered major shocks as government had to pay out hundreds of millions in compensation because of bad decisions in a number of legal cases. What this means is that we start the new year with the understanding that the government led by Prime Minister Barrow has put the Belizean economy on the brink of crisis. As a result of their mismanagement, too many Belizeans who want to work still can't find a good job.
Both leaders had their chosen themes for the address. For the Prime Minister, it was infrastructure, starting with his own personal experience while driving the Philip Goulston Highway between Belize City and the Hallover Bridge, which is now under reconstruction. There are too many projects listed for mention by the PM, although he mentioned the coming second international airport on Ambergris Key very briefly, while the opposition leader referred to the allegations of fraud surrounding the development company IAA. But the Prime Minister preferred to speak about the $40 million confirmed for the Caracol Road by international lender OFID.
We had thought we would need several partners to fund a project of this magnitude, which will greatly add to the overall tourism vision and open up the natural and environmental wonder of that entire area, including Mountain Pine Ridge. We are therefore very thankful that OFID has come through on its own. And we think the private sector will be especially excited at the potential now for attracting tens of millions of dollars in new investments for the construction and development of lodges, villas, and properties in a section of the country currently still largely untapped. There are, of course, also positive security implications for this Caracol Road project.
For opposition leader Briceño, it was the upcoming municipal election, preceded by the party's national convention at the end of January. He challenged Belizeans to make their decision in March based on which political party shares their ideals and visions.
My friends, the upcoming election is more than just about streets and drains. It is about people. It is about you. It's about which of our parties share your values or care more about the issues that are of importance to you, like good jobs, safer communities, more transparency, and better accountability. These are the core values for the PUP. That is why our agenda is people-driven, and our message is about service. We want the opportunity to go to work for you and for the betterment of our cities and towns countrywide. I have been in politics long enough to know when people are dissatisfied with your government. Today, Belizeans are very dissatisfied with their government, and you have every reason to be.
So, whose 2018 will be happy? The next 360 plus days will tell the story. Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.